Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about 3 lessons I learned this year that if I could go back, I would do differently in my business. If you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about 3 lessons I learned this year, like in my business, if I could go back, and which I would do different. It took me a while to structure that intro because I couldn't figure out how to say it, but we here, I said it. So 3 lessons that I learned this year. If I could go back, I would do different in my business. So you do not know, this year I actually launched my very first product that I created from concept to marketplace, and I wanted to offer 3 lessons that I learned that I perhaps would do different if I had the opportunity to do so with my business. So the first lesson I learned this year is actually to follow my passion, honestly. Like, that was the first lesson that I learned this year, because for a long time, especially in business, you know, I did mostly service-based businesses because, you know, keeping it real, it didn't cost anything to really start it up. I mean, you could, you know, register with the state. That didn't really cost anything that much anyways. Maybe get some insurance on the business and things like that. But overall, it didn't have like a lot of upfront costs associated with starting service-based businesses. And honestly, I knew deep down inside that I always wanted to create a product and bring an amazing product to the marketplace. However, I knew it was going to cost some money. And so that kind of hindered my decision a lot, as whether or not I was going to start this product and bring a product to marketplace. I'm sorry, like, I cannot zip up my dress. And so it's not zipped. So I'm just like, we making it work. Anyways, so I knew that creating a product, one, I didn't know what product I wanted to create, but besides that, I knew it was going to cost some money and have some upfront costs, and that kind of stopped me from pursuing that passion, that thing that I knew that I wanted to do, like almost my whole life. You hear me? My whole life I knew I wanted to create a product, but part of it was fear and stopping me from bringing it to marketplace, because I knew that it was going to cost some money, and I always had that back in my mind, like, what if it doesn't do well, and I've invested all of this money into a product and it doesn't do well. But at some point, especially this year, I realized, hey, we only got one shot at this. You might as well make it worth it. You know, it's like, life is too short to be scared. Just to be honest, I was scared, and we only got one shot at this life, and you might as well maximize it. And so I just took the leap. And so the lesson number 1 is like, F it, just go for it and follow your dreams and go within and follow that intuition that you know is telling you to do something, and do it. And so lesson number 2 this year that I learned that I would do different in my business is actually get my kids involved. I think that for the most part, I always had my kids involved in some sort of way, but it was never where I really asked for their opinions. And so with this, I knew that, one, it was going to teach them a valuable lesson about business and entrepreneurship, but 2, they also have great ideas. And now that my kids are older, especially, and they are going to school and they have friends, I mean, yeah, they have friends and things, their opinions are very valuable to me. And that's one thing that I would definitely do different, is actually get them more involved and actually see, you know, what their opinions are, especially my daughter, are about the product that I'm creating. And the third lesson, and what I would do different, is actually leverage free resources. There are so many free resources out there for you as a small business or an entrepreneur that you can leverage. And honestly, I've been so used to working by myself that I just kind of did things by myself. And I didn't leverage the free resources that are available to me, like Score. Score is a great free resource to small business owners and entrepreneurs where they can get free business free mentorship, and that is so valuable. And that's one thing that I would change. And there's also other great free resources out there to your disposal, like even collaborating with other people. I think that there is so much value in collaborating with other people when it's just an exchange of, you know, energy. You're just exchanging and collaborating with one another. So it's a free resource, in my opinion. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, but doing things like that, like mentorship, collaboration, and leveraging YouTube. YouTube is a great resource for finding out things that you might not know. And that's one thing that I would do different. I would leverage those free resources that are available to me and actually like get the answers that I need. Like, instead of like being stuck, actually get the answers that I am looking for. And especially with a mentor, you can actually ask someone that's been around and that's had a successful business. You can ask them questions about certain things or things that you need to overcome and obstacles, how they would do it, and get opinions and advice. That is so, so valuable. And that's one thing that I would definitely do different. I would actually utilize that more and sooner. So there you have it, 3 lessons that I learned this year that I would do different if I had a chance to go back. But you know what? Moving forward, there's always a new day, a new week, a new future. And so therefore, moving forward, I am going to use these resources and learn these lessons and do things different than I did at the beginning of this year. So I hope you found value in this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on business, entrepreneurship, life, and beauty, and all sorts of things. So if you're interested in videos like that, definitely subscribe to my channel. And until the next video, peace.